First time I had to do that, I had to like quit the stream, and yeah. The talk series is amazing, Destin. Oh, where I interview some random person? Thanks, I'm glad you like it. Bot. Is that really a bot? I think we're gonna start off with the bad news today. But hey everybody, just getting a few things set up. Hello, Stimmer. Not a bot. It just says bot, not a bot. Chat. Where do you want to start? A lot of you are here super duper early. Hi, everybody. Good to see y'all.
It's time to upgrade your time.
You know what's been sort of crazy? Like the reaction to my post about the code thing. I don't think people recognize why it's problematic. They're just like, yeah, get them. It's like, well, it's concerning. I don't know. I saw Asmongold's take on it, and I'm like, I'm glad somebody understands why this seems problematic. It was really because everyone was like, yeah, good. I'm like, yeah. I'm trying to stay optimistic about Suicide Squad, all things considered. I pre-ordered it. I'm gonna play it. I might stream during the week. I might stream Monday night and play it. I got it on PC because that's how I like to play my video games. I like to play them on PC. And yeah, but like from what we've seen and what I specifically saw in the preview and what I stated in my preview is that I'm not super hype after my preview, but I'm still hopeful. I don't want Suicide. I want Suicide Squad to come out, and I have to eat crow, and I'm like, whoa, this game is great. That's what I want to happen, right? Of course, I want that to happen. Why would I want to invest? It's so ridiculous. I just feel like every time I post something on Twitter, people just take it and they make like the most bad faith interpretation of it possible. Like reading my review or preview, people literally think I'm complaining because the Flash is too fast. Oh my God. I just leaned into it as a joke because it's so ridiculous. I'm just like, it's not that he's fast. It's that the design of the fight sucks. How did I not make that clear enough? The fight design is shit. That was my take on it. And it's so frustrating to hear it. Oh, you just didn't like because you think he's too fast. Yeah, that's it. That's called a straw man. That is like the clearest straw man I've ever seen. So I just lean into it. I'm like, yeah, sure. And then everyone's like, yeah, good job, WB. Not giving anybody codes. And by the way, I've been told people were sent codes. They won't unlock until Monday. But I've been told by some influencers that they did in fact receive codes. Let's just say somebody's just gaslighting me and they're straight up lying to me. The two people that told me they got codes, they're lying to me. The people who said we were asked to take down our posts. Let's say they're lying. Okay. That's still not good. Okay, so nobody got codes. Nobody will get codes at all, period. I mean, maybe that's fine. I remember with Destiny, the original Destiny, we went to Bungie. We did IGN first for it. I think we did, like, we played that game a significant amount, I would say, pre-launch. And it came out and like it had its problems at launch, but it ended up being okay in the long run. Like, well, fast forward 10 years, I think they're in a problematic place with Destiny 2. But my read on Suicide Squad is that it's gonna have a great story. I think Suicide Squad is gonna have a great story. I'm just talking, you know, I haven't really had a chance to talk about it. I really, really worry about the fact that they've stated they're not going to send codes. And it's really nice to hear. The only person I really saw with a big take on it was Asmongold. And I'm like, at least somebody understands why this is problematic. I already bought it. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to play it regardless. But it's problematic because yeah. Anyway, I shouldn't talk about that one too much. That's about my work. I try and separate the YouTube from the work, but I'm not salty about the code thing. I'm salty because the community seems to think it's a good thing. It's WB's right not to send codes. That's totally fine. That's like whatever. Okay, I'll pre-order it and I'll play it anyway. But it sets a precedent, and that's what's concerning. Never mind. I really got to bite my tongue. But anyway. Go watch Asmongold's piece. He probably... See, there's things I say, like even my Suicide Squad preview. I read my preview, and then I go watch the other previews from like Eurogamer and all these other people, and they echo the same sentiment that I'm echoing in my preview, but they're better writers than I am, right? But then everyone's like, oh, everybody else had a great time. I'm like, no, they didn't. Go read the other previews. I don't have Banisher code or anything like that, but I do plan to play Banishers. You know what game I put 40 hours into, though? Enshrouded. I highly encourage everybody to go play Enshrouded. We actually don't know why they didn't send codes. We don't have a specific reason why they did not send codes, right? So we don't know why. We can only guess. My concern is anytime somebody is withheld codes, like you can criticize my preview all you want. A lot of people hate my preview. They said it's like the worst preview they've ever read and stuff like that because they take it and then they just make it a straw man. He said the Flash is too fast. I don't say the Flash is too fast. I said it makes sense that he's fast because he's a Scarlet Speedster. But I outlined why I thought the fight wasn't fun or well paced and why it's annoying. It's an annoying fight. That's different. That's different than saying he's too fast. It was the same thing with, what was the other? Gotham Knights. Everybody loves the superheroes. Like, guys, I grew up playing X-Men on the NES, one of the biggest piles of garbage that I've ever played in my life, right? I played X-Men on Genesis, which was... Actually, I really like X-Men on the Genesis, and then X-Men 2 was like really, really celebrated. I play superhero games all the time. One of my favorites is like Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction. I want to be wrong about Suicide Squad. I said it after my preview. I'm like, I hope I can make a video after this where I say I was wrong about Suicide Squad. But everything we've seen, and everybody's calling it out, it looks like you fight a bunch of purple messes over and over and over and over again. It doesn't look compelling. I think they're going to nail the story. I think the story is going to be fun. Even with the weird... Like, everyone's like, oh, you're too soft. I'm like, it's weird that they made Poison Ivy a little kid and then chose to put a bomb in that little kid's head and then use her as a vendor. And she's just like, oh, I'm having a great time. I have a bomb in my head. Like, it's a child. It's weird tonally. Oh, man. I hate it when, like, yeah. And I had a few people proof my preview. People who I really value their input on. And it's frustrating when I don't make my point well enough, or there's like these holes that people poke into it, and I'm just like, that's not what I'm saying. I never say the Flash is too fast. Joker and Poison Ivy look weird. The Joker looks weird, but it's because he's from Elseworlds. But a lot of people really like his moveset. I think the Joker trailer did more. Anyway, we should get back to the Microsoft stuff. I don't mean to rant to y'all about this. So this last week has sucked for the games industry. Xbox kicked things off. I don't know what is up with my mic lately. It's like, I'm just going to turn down my gain. So basically, Xbox kicked things off by firing 1,900 people. That's not fun news. Why do you care so much? At the end, it's your judgment. Because it means I didn't do a good enough job making my points. And I care about making my points in a way that is sound, correct, and yeah. And I feel like I could have made my points better. That's it. I think I get frustrated with the community because they take what I said and they straw man it. And that happens all the time. It's like the Flash boss fight, me complaining about the design structure of the boss fight. People are like, well, actually, you're giving bullets to slow him down. That's not true. You're given a tool where you're supposed to counter his things, and then you power up a tool where you can do damage to him. You don't really, as far as I knew, you're not taught to use bullets or anything like that. You're given a tool from Toyman, who was in the preview coverage, that counters the Flash in some respect, and then you're supposed to go beat up the Flash. And the fight that ensues, I don't know, man. I'm really worried about that game. I'm not playing King Shark. I did not enjoy my time with King Shark, as you saw in the previews. Most people love King Shark. I wanted to play frickin' Deadshot, and they wouldn't. They took Deadshot away from me and made me play as King Shark. And I'm like, all right, well, I guess this will give me a chance to play from another character's perspective. And man, I don't mean to get salty about the Suicide Squad thing. I want to show you something about the gameplay because, like, one of the people, like, you hit the plant clearly. There's a knockback mechanic on a lot of the geometry in the world. So, like, there's this point in the gameplay. I need. All right, we're just gonna mute that. How are we? Oh God, I'm gonna get flagged because here's the insane thing. I said Deadshot, right? Anyway, here's the insane thing. Anytime I've done a reaction to Halo content. Okay, so here's a little snippet, and I included it specifically because I'm trying to show an issue here. Do you feel responsible for IGN not getting the code? Hope not. I mean, it doesn't matter if I'm responsible or not. The code was withheld. So there's this section in the gameplay. I cut all this gameplay. So check this out. So I'm fighting these guys. You can say I suck at the game, whatever. But check this out. I start getting knocked back and I'm like, I'm supposed to be here killing these characters. Why am I getting knocked back? Why did I get knocked back there? It's because I touched this piece of geometry. If you touch this geometry, you get knocked back. And that happened a few times. Where it's just like, oh, I touch the geometry of the plant, knockback mechanic. It's weird. So I'm supposed to be here. And it takes me a while to figure it out. I'm like, why am I getting knocked back? Like, are these guys countering me? Am I getting hit from the behind? Oh, no, I touched the block. I thought maybe it was that guy hitting me, so I kill him, right? All right, so he's dead. And I'm getting knocked back. Why? What is happening? So I jump over there. Knocked back. Why do I keep getting knocked back? There's no indication of what is damaging me or why I'm getting knocked back. Like, am I getting sniped? So then I take out the turret and then I'm fine. But I just wanted to go over there, kill the guys, and take out the turret. But like, this happened here. It happened when I touched the plant. And with the plant thing, the reason I utilized that footage in the cut is because I am a reasonable distance away from the plant when I get the knockback mechanic. It's weird and annoying. And I was annoyed a lot by things like that during my preview. And then there's this whole thing. Man, I don't mean to keep going off about Suicide Squad. I can only talk about my experience in the preview. And for what it's worth, I think it's going to demo better when I don't have to deal with all the nonsense of the preview. And I can just play with whatever character I want for an extended period of time in one setting. I think the stories, the story, I praised the story in the preview. I think the story is going to be great. Sorry. Should I move on to why this week has sucked? What do we got here? Anyway, I can't say that my preview is the reason codes will not be provided, but that's certainly a concern for me. Anytime I see a game or a movie that's like, we're not doing screenings, they're not sending out codes to anybody is the narrative that's going around. I've been told by several people that they have gotten codes and that they were asked to delete posts saying they got codes. There's some dude on Reddit who has a copy of the game. I'm guessing he went to a mom and pop shop and got it, though. I don't think anybody sent that out. But yeah. Go watch the Asmongold thing. That's all I'll say about it. Because he kind of hits the nail on the head about why it's worrisome. You can think my preview's garbage, though, for all I care. I'm very uncomfortable today. Like, my chair is weird. What we got here? All right. Yeah, let's talk about even less fun news. Microsoft lays off 1,900 Activision Blizzard employees. Great. Great way to kick off 2024. I want to talk about this a little bit. So Xbox has laid off 1,900 Activision Blizzard employees. This sucks. This is absolute nonsense. Microsoft is a $3 trillion company. They say that this is to avoid redundancies, to eliminate redundancies as part of the reason 1,900 people got laid off. So why are you laying off the physical media department? Why is most of that department gone? Why did you lay off the call of like a huge, why'd you lay off Toys for Bob? Where did Toys for Bob overlap? It's bullshit. It's PR nonsense. And it's garbage that they did this. Come out. Be honest. Because, like, I don't know, man. That's how they have to play it, though, right? It sucks. Did everybody see this coming? Absolutely. I really did not like that there were so many people out there like, I told you, I gotcha. I'm like, 1,900 people don't have jobs, and you're out there saying, gotcha. Like, get out of here. It's so gross to use that as a gotcha. I think Xbox is going all digital. I think everybody's going all digital. That's not like a unique Xbox thing. So I keep getting caught up in stupid drama this week. People thought I wasn't hard enough on Microsoft. I don't know. What do we got here? Like this. Oh my God. It has been a week, y'all. I don't have a Reddit. So Twitter's like my main thing to keep up with the news. Let's see here. Sadly, it certainly seems that way. People were mad at me for this tweet. Whether you like it or not, the only way developers are going to protect themselves from these shameful mass firings is widespread unionization. Nobody is safe regardless of age or experience. Your bosses aren't safe. HR isn't safe. Denial or bootlicking isn't going to save you. And I said, sadly, it certainly seems that way. And people were like, why do you hate unions? What is wrong with the internet? It is, yes, it is sad that it seems like the only way to not get absolutely screwed is to unionize. That is sad. That is not a commentary on unions. That is not anything like that. It's also sad that the industry in 2023, there were a ridiculous amount of layoffs. It's almost the end of January, and we're over half that already. We're at 60% where we were in 2023. This year it's already been brutal, and it's going to continue being brutal. So yes, it is sad. What else did I say? Cromwell with another W take here. Sadly, Evergreen, I think mass layoffs should come with mandatory cuts in salary for senior executives, not bonuses for making the tough decisions. Show solidarity, take a hit with them, sharing the pain, not just the responsibility. Buying companies and then lay off all their employees soon after is embarrassing and should be seen as embarrassing. It is embarrassing. 1,900 people. For a little bit of context, it's about 8.5% of the 22,000 people at Xbox, right? I don't know what that percentage is at other companies, right? But it sure seems like everybody's doing about that percentage. It sucks. Now, my whole thing was, I think the layoffs would have happened with or without the merger. They just would have been separate. Activision would have laid people off and Microsoft would have laid people off. I do think there are some things that have happened that I'm not, like, again, I'm not thrilled that the employees feel like they need to unionize, but the deal allowed unionization to happen within Activision Blizzard. Bobby Kodak's out, granted with a $400 million parachute, which sucks, but it is what it is. Like, there's nothing we can do about that. What can I do? Yes, that sucks. Bobby Kotick gets a $400 million parachute and 1,900 people lose their jobs. Yeah, that sucks. Microsoft is a $3 trillion company and those people lose their jobs. It sucks. I'm mad. I don't know what else to say about it. I think the tweet that set people off was, oh yeah, there were a few other things. Activision voted for the sale. So like everyone's like, this shouldn't have been allowed to happen. Activision wanted to sell to Microsoft. Nobody forced them to sell. Activision even went to their shareholder and said, hey, you have to vote for this. If we don't have unanimous agreement, we cannot sell the company. And they all agreed to it. So even if for some reason it fell apart, like it wouldn't have been good if it fell apart either. I don't know if it would have been 1,900, but layoffs are coming in 2024 is my argument. There's no world where everything would have been hunky-dory. Everybody's doing layoffs right now. Everybody is scared about getting laid off. Anybody in the games industry is probably scared about getting laid off right now. What else we got here? Yeah, I don't know. Daniel Ahmad said something along the lines of the percentage. This is the tweet that got everybody all riled up. And it sucks. Like, I'm not happy this is the reality we live in. The industry has been walking towards this for years. There's been a massive shift to digital sales, reliance on battle passes and microtransactions to sustain development is out of hand. Retail was hit by COVID. COVID hit everybody, really, because they overhired during COVID, as Alana talked about in our chat. Dev costs have been insane, $200 to $300 million for a game. When here comes Pal World's budget was like, I want to say under $7 million. If you have good gameplay, you can build upon that. That's what Larian did. They bet on continually creating good games, but all of these structures are setting up a crash. I can't go find the VODs or whatever, but I've said the industry is going to reset, and this is the shitty part of it, right? This is like the worst part of it right now. But I do think the industry is going to reset at some point. We had a crash during the Atari era and gaming came back. I do think there's going to be a move to like mobile. Yeah, there's layoffs every day in every industry. Yeah, I saw somebody say that not only is our money worth less than it's ever been. Ribaldo, I'm very sensitive. In the end, people lost their jobs. And I'm not trying to rationalize the decision. I'm trying to say shitty management decisions led us on this path. I'm mad at the people who made the decisions that set us up in this world where Microsoft lays off 1,900 people because somebody doesn't have foresight. Bobby Kotick fired 800 people or 900 people or something in 2019. In 2020, hired 2,000 people. And then they fired 1,900 people like the next year. So it fucking sucks that so many people are out of work, and it's going to continue throughout 2024. Make no mistake. I think it's awful. I'm really worried about the industry. And not only are those people getting laid off, there aren't jobs to replace those people. I talked about it at the beginning, Man Cave. Thank you for the 10 Rons. I talked about the WB thing at the beginning of the show. There's not really much to say. It's absolutely within their right not to send the code. Why are you so radical? Can you focus less on politics and more about games? Show us games you play. Go watch I stream every Sunday and I play a game every Sunday. What are you talking about? What are you even talking about? Question mark. I played Enshrouded for 40 hours. I played Enshrouded. I played Path of Exile. You can go look at the VODs. Focus on politics. This isn't politics. This has nothing to do with politics. What are you talking about? The internet's insane. Oh yeah, I forgot. So anyway, what was I saying? None of it is sustainable. And unfortunately, today is another adjustment caused by a multitude of factors that have set the entire industry marching towards this point, and likely more adjustments will be made as needed through 2024 and beyond. Game companies are businesses. They will make cold-hearted decisions to sustain, but I don't see anyone doing so with glee. Like, maybe that part, like you think I'm like, yeah, good job. No, it's fucking bad decision-making by upper management. It's shit decisions. At a lot of these companies, it's shit decisions. But like, at the same time, Activision sold their company. The whole industry I think it's going to be a bad next 2 years, if I'm being honest. That's terrifying. Nobody thinks that's good. What did I say? The layoffs stink and people are mad, but something had to give eventually. You can't keep making $200 million games with razor margin returns or a loss. Yeah, the bubble popped, Dylan. So what was I saying before? If you look at the financials, something like our money is worth less, but inflation is up 150%. I'd have to go look at specifically the quote. I don't know what it is, but like, it's really messy out there right now, and it sucks. And people are going to be impacted by People not having the foresight. Any other Rocksteady game after Arkham Knight? Well, they're making Suicide Squad, which, should I stream Suicide Squad Monday night? I could probably stream it for like an hour. And then maybe Tuesday I'll play off air because I got to do it for work and then go from there. I got to figure out what the plan is on Monday. I think people are going to really like the story. I bet you everybody praises the story. Maybe. We'll see. Anyway, yeah, Microsoft laid off a bunch of people. And it wasn't just the 1900. It was like one of the founders of Blizzard. Question mark says, to get it straight, I really enjoy your videos and big fan of your work. I've noticed that in the last few weeks, there have been a bit more focused on complaints. Like I've been complaining. I mean, the last 2 weeks have sucked, if you haven't noticed. The industry is suffering mass layoffs. It sucks. Games are getting too expensive to make, and there will be another crash. That is the worry, Aries. That's what I'm worried about. Do you think, like, why do you think Suicide Squad is a looter shooter, but not really? There's no way. There's just no way that was made without a profit incentive of some kind at some level of management. Do I play on PC? I mostly play on PC, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, Microsoft laid off a bunch of people. Machine XP says $5. Do you think that there is promising restructuring and focus like 343 that it can lead to anything positive? Yeah. Remember last year, 343 was gutted. That was brutal. Fast forward a year, and 343 and Halo Infinite are probably in a great spot. No dev should be giving codes to review for IGN. That's fine, Army Brat. You know what's really crazy to me is people are like, oh, they're not sending you a code. I'm going to pre-order it. And I'm like, okay, dude. Like, I don't think that's the gotcha you think it is, but all right. Yeah, they're trying to make it a live service like Overwatch today. I don't know. I'm just kind of hanging out with chatting right now. Yeah, so laid off a bunch of people. Mike Ibarra, the founder of Blizzard. It's brutal. I hope this is the last of it. I hope in 5 years we're looking back and saying, oh, look, they've hired up a bunch of people. And things are turning more positive. But man, right now it's things out there are rough for everybody. Escapist, I think it happened in December. Escapist like was calling up people and they just got rid of their whole editorial team. Thank God Second Wing came along and they were able to just bounce back like stronger than ever. I don't even know what's happening at Escapist anymore, but that was brutal. Yeah, here's one from Mike. I lost basically my entire team. I am at a loss for words right now. God, it sucks. You were absolutely right, but we are heading towards straight to $100 digital game to protect the devs. It's $100 for early access unless I missed the fine print and I could have got the $70 version. You have to pay $100 to play next week. $100. 100. Otherwise, you can wait a few days and pay 70. Do you think the next Xbox will be revealed in 2026? Yes, I do. I did a whole video about that. My first tweet about the whole situation, and nobody cares to actually go look, right? I said something like, this sucks. I think it was after the Pal World stuff. I retweeted a bunch of stuff. Did I not tweet about it? Where is it? Here it is. This is the first thing I tweeted. This wasn't good enough for the internet. Terrible news about the Xbox and Activision Blizzard layoffs this morning. Wishing those impacted all the best. But then I said, then I expressed anger at the decisions that led us here. And people like didn't like that I was expressing it. I don't know what's going on anymore. Didn't we expect layoffs? I think everybody expected layoffs. Yeah. It sucks. And I think there's going to be continued layoffs through 2024, and that sucks. It's just like none of it's like happy news. You know, I got to turn off the notification thing is broken, so I'm just going to turn it off. Meanwhile, over at Sony, wherever there is computing, users will be able to play their favorite games seamlessly. Sony CEO describes a PlayStation future with Windows PC and AI. Probably also talked about mobile. This was a big story I saw going around during an investor-oriented interview. Sony CEO Kenichiro, I can't talk this morning, Yoshida revealed PlayStation's evolving strategy. Yeah, here it is right here. I saw this go around everywhere. Responding to the question on the future of gaming, Kenichiro Yoshida had this to say: the future of gaming will be ubiquitous. Oh, that's a Jim Ryan word. Wherever there is computing, users will be able to play their favorite games seamlessly, Yoshida-san continued. While PlayStation will remain our core product, we will expand our gaming experiences to PC, mobile, and cloud. If you weren't paying attention, this might seem like some sort of bombshell statement to you. Literally, I'm going to get to that one, bot. Literally, they've been talking about this for 5 years or something. We've known that this has been their strategy for years. So for people to think this is another one of those where like, haha, I got, you know, the fanboys are going crazy on Twitter. They talked about the importance of mobile during the FTC hearing. Jim Ryan during the investor call talked about it, how they're building up mobile branches. Or maybe they didn't talk about it, but you can see they're hiring to build an entire mobile branch. They've talked about the importance of getting their games to PC. Like, Khan in chat says it surprised me Sony doesn't do day and date on PC. I think they go there eventually. Like on a longer term thing, I think they go there eventually. So I thought this was kind of a nothing burger. Let's read what else they talk about. Further into the interview, Yoshida-san discusses artificial intelligence and the role large language models and other models could play in gaming and Sony's movie business. But in summary, Yoshida-san emphasized a strong desire to not replace human creators, but instead support them using this tech. Yeah, so I think most people are looking at how to use AI as a tool. Yeah. Game market in 2023. I don't know what the above report from analytics firm Newzoo reveals the global breakdown of gaming revenue by platform. Mobile accounts for $90.4 billion. Downloaded boxed PC games, $38.4 billion. Browser PC games, $1.9 billion. And console games are $53.2 billion, 29%. So I don't get why people don't understand why there's a big bet on mobile right now. It's almost twice the revenue generator that console gaming is. Like, what? They make $90.4 billion in mobile, and this isn't just Candy Crush anymore. Death Stranding's coming out next week. Resident Evil 4 came out. And they're not perfect, but this is the first generation that players are utilizing mobile games on their phone. So the tech's going to get better. It's going to catch up. And this number has the biggest growth potential. RE4 looks amazing on iPhone, so I'm not surprised. Like, I have it on my phone. Infrastructure isn't there yet for cloud, but if we're talking about just mobile genuinely, like the iPhone 15, and Android has already been there. I'm not an Android user. I use iPhone, but like Android's already been there for years. Yeah, there's just this weird mentality that like you have to have a console or PC's the best. Sure, they're the best, but to deny that mobile is a market, or to belittle is not the right word. Try and diminish it by saying, oh, only games like Candy Crush are on there. Like, you're living in the past, man. Let me check Death Stranding release date. Death Stranding release date iPhone, January 30th. Only iPhone 15 Pro models and Macs or iPads equipped with Apple M series can run the $39.99 game. So yeah, next week it looks like. And what was the other one? Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed Mirage is slated for early 2024. So yeah, like, the fact that phones can run these games is important. It's not something to just brush aside. All right, everybody's going to be bored by this next one. Nintendo Switch 2 reportedly launching in 2024 with an LCD screen. I am so tired of the Switch 2 rumors. We all know it's coming. I don't think anybody... Do you care about the Switch 2 rumor news at this point? I did a whole video about it like a year ago where I broke down how Nintendo's been stockpiling components for like 5 years. Is this Yen? Lao says, do you see Sony investors to be shocked about Xbox division revenue earnings? I wonder if they will push for more third-party releases. I wonder if Lao, are you asking about Sony? Yeah, I think the whole game market's going to go. Like, there's a lot of concern that there's going to be more third-party releases. I'm like, more options for consumers is a good thing at the end of the day, right? But I do think that exclusives also play an important role. Ecosystem exclusives on the Xbox side and PlayStation exclusives, because it forces the other side to... Thank you, Lau. I appreciate it. It forces the other side to take a look at their strategies and maybe implement strategies to get consumers better games. I love competition. Competition is so important to a healthy industry, and it pushes people to do better. The reason Baldur's Gate was so frustrating for me to see the reaction to was because it should be inspirational, and that's not what I was seeing at the time. Yeah. So Nintendo Switch 2 is going to launch in 2024 with an LCD screen. It's going to be 8 inches. How big is the Steam Deck screen? I think it's like 7. Yeah, it's 7 inches. So it's going to be bigger than the Steam Deck. I bet it'll just be like... So the Switch OLED model, 7 inch. Let me get mine really quick. It's right here. So this is how big the Switch screen is, right? Let me just... Yeah. That's how big the Switch OLED model is. That's 7 inches, so it'll be bigger than this. Even if it's 8, like, that'll extend it wider a little bit and a little taller, but like it's still going to fit in your hand. And the screen's going to look like this is, this is the fancy new one. Yeah. I think that's pretty cool. I mean, I'm excited about the Switch 2, but I'm also just kind of like, just release the thing already, you know? We get it. It's coming. I don't really do mobile. Like, I don't go on the go. I'm just going to play it on my TV or for capture for work. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. I had this one up. So, Everybody was talking about Blizzard's survival game. It was canceled because of engine issues, is a story that's been going around. It's been claimed in a report published in Bloomberg that Blizzard's ill-fated survival game, which was codenamed Odyssey, was canceled because of development hell focused on the game's engine Synapse. This internally built engine in Blizzard was originally designed to be used for mobile game development. And while developers intended to use Unreal Engine to build Odyssey, senior stakeholders instructed them to pivot to Synapse to support their desires. It has been reported, look at that, senior stakeholders. So bad management decisions. Surprise. Senior stakeholders instructed them to pivot to Synapse to support their desires. It has been reported that this led to the ultimate cancellation of Odyssey following ongoing struggles and a final decision that Synapse simply was not ready for production. Kay the Barbarian says, what happened to guys saying this acquisition would be great for Activision Blizzard employees? Look, it sucks, but comments like that, like I don't really know what to say to it. It sucks. 1,900 people lost their job. What's it going to be like in 5 years? My hope is that this is the reset point that I was talking about. This is the garbage point. This is the shittiest it's going to get, right? And I think it's going to be like this for like a year or two, and then things go back up. The industry starts growing again. They reset. They look at their practices because people are done with battle passes, honestly. Like that monetization structure, it's just not going to work anymore. I think microtransactions aren't going anywhere. From Xbox, well, Xbox said last year that over the next several months or years that they're going to fire like 10,000 people, like some insane number. So yeah, they could have laid off 35,000. Well, Emperor, I think they can only lay off. I think you trigger something around 12%, which is why everybody's laying off 8 to 12%. So they had 22,000 employees times 0.12%. Yeah, it could have been 2,640. It was 1,900. And 1,900 is already brutal. They had hired 6,000 roles before the acquisition. Is that accurate, Shark Cop? That's insane. I'm not celebrating. I'm pointing out how insane the zealotry was for the acquisition. I think the longer forward you look past now, it should get better. If it doesn't, I'm gonna call them out for it because it should. Oh, my Switch, my Switch, the auto popped up on my TV. 1 second here. So using today as a gotcha, it's shitty. Anybody who's like, see, I told you it would be terrible for the employees. Yes, it's terrible for the employees. Nobody denies that. What's it going to be like in 5 years? My hope would be that a lot of the roles get hired back, things settle, because right now the entire industry is going through a reset point. And it fucking sucks. I think it's so unfortunate that people can't understand that I have empathy for the employees, but I also recognize that this was coming. And you have to look at it on a timeline of like 5 years. Yeah, Cryptor talks about AI in development. I do think AI will also have an impact. We'll see what happens. A lot of interesting like talks and conversations, but yeah. Yeah, I think Conover and I had a big exchange on Twitter. Adam Conover, who made that video, his video. The premise of his video was that Xbox is going to get so big, they're going to have a monopoly on the industry, and everybody else will die. That was basically what he was saying, right? I'm not trying to straw man it. I'm trying to paraphrase his final point in it. What actually happened? Microsoft bought Activision, 1,900 people lost their jobs. That is the opposite of what he was trying to claim. So when he said, gotcha, I called him out. I'm like, that's not what you say in your original video. You say in your original video that Xbox is going to get so big and powerful that everybody else is going to crumble. And the Activision Blizzard acquisition has nothing to do with the layoffs at Embracer, the layoffs at Sony. There are other circumstances here at play. And I feel like it's really gross to use this moment as a gotcha. I really don't like it. Yeah, and there's some people who are being really gross about it, like using employee tweets, blocking that employee. We all know who I'm talking about. It's like, don't do that. Whenever there's stuff like this, I just try and retweet like anybody looking for work. Every job that gets posted right now, there's thousands of people applying for it because the market is saturated with people out of work. That's scary as shit. And I don't like fear mongering. I'm just saying it how it is right now. We're going to lose a lot of talent. We already have. And it's very scary to see that happen. Think about it. 20,000 people in the tech sector lost their jobs. So they're all applying for the jobs that are posted. And the unionized people didn't get laid off, or if they did, it was within the unionization policy. Okay. If you want to see how bad it is, go on LinkedIn, go look for jobs at Microsoft, and go see how many people have applied. I bet you it's like 1,000 people have applied for the job. There was somebody that posted something that was just like, I've been getting hit with job requests like nonstop. I have 200 unread emails. Yeah. We're definitely at a point where things are being reshuffled, and yeah, it's going to be really, really scary. Hopefully some new small gaming companies will arise. That's already been happening, Mountain. We've seen like 3 different studios arise from the former BioWare people, but BioWare went through their bigger portion of layoffs about a year ago, I think. None of it's fun. Jez Corton confirmed that Xbox releasing some of their games on other platforms is true. So that is accurate and happening. What else we got here? The layoffs, the Nintendo Switch, why that game was canceled. Oh yeah, Jez Corton talked about how Jez Corton of Windows Central reports that the entire internal customer support teams at Activision Blizzard have been let go, save for a few people. The plan is for Microsoft to begin outsourcing support to different companies. In addition to customer support layoffs, they shut down departments dedicated to bringing Xbox games to physical retail. Physical retail is dying. That's not fear-mongering. Literally, the places where you sell physical retail are saying they're not going to sell physical retail anymore. Best Buy is not selling physical retail stuff anymore, like DVDs and stuff. So like, and yes, we all knew there would be redundancies and layoffs. I think it's still shocking when that number is 1,900. You can say in percentage wise, it's 8.5%, but it's still 1,900 people. Why is it that many people? because of shitty decisions by management, or because during COVID, they overhired. Somebody said 6,000 in chat, not 60,000, 6,000 hires during COVID. I hope they talk about ebbs and flows, right? Like, this is the shitty part of it. I really, really hope by like 2030, they've hired this and like twice as many people than this, because the industry is saturated right now in terms of people looking for work. I'm talking about the entire games industry. And yeah. Did they really think like COVID was going to last forever? I think what happened for a lot of people and why the spending got so crazy was because COVID happened. Activision Blizzard grew from 10,000 employees in 2019 to 17,000 in 2023. Let's Google that fact. I can't find anything to corroborate that. I would have to find the source for that. David Lopez says, if there's anything to go off from the start of 2024, indie devs are going to have their chance, and it starts with Pal World, and soon Penny's Big Breakaway, Hollow Knight Silksong, and Hades 2, and go play Enshrouded, because I put 40 hours in that game and it was awesome. I think that's all the stuff that I had to talk about, really. Basically, like this. Let me recap. Xbox laid off 1,900 people. That fucking sucks. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't normally swear. I've had kind of a day. I do agree. Some people saying Xbox is finished. I don't think so. Year of the indie devs, that would be great. Addicted to Rifts, honestly, that'd be great. I saw an article that I wanted to react to. Normally I react to videos. What am I looking for here? Oh, and it does look like there is a second game in development at Blizzard, a second fantasy game. What we got here? I gotta close all this stuff. So this is from. Oh yeah, just real quick on the Suicide Squad thing. This is Ethan Gatch. Ethan and I like rarely agree on things. He said the last launch I remember like this was Anthem. But we talk, like we still have a dialogue, right? I don't mind disagreeing with people, by the way. Like, usually if you're disagreeing in good faith, you learn a little bit and the other person learns a little bit. And then, he quote tweeted me. Always amazing how many fans are like, no, actually, it's good when publishers try to leverage access to lie to you about their game. That's, yeah. Hi, everybody. Good to see y'all. Hey, Eric. Good to see you, Eric. It's been a long time. And he linked to I think he retweeted this article, but I thought it'd be interesting. I thought I'd read it and just see what it was saying. The games industry I loved is dead. This is from Moises Tervis. The beginning of the year is always the time to take stock of things, and this year is no different. Regrettably, the one thing I can really bring myself to take stock of is the inhumane toll the games and tech industry is taking on its workers. Already, this industry has shed more than 5,900 jobs since the new year, with no signs of the bloodletting anytime soon. By comparison, more than 6,000 developers were let go over the course of the entirety of 2023. For anyone who has resolved 2024 might be better for the games industry, it's unfortunately trending towards being the worst year for it yet. That's a memory that has stuck with me for the better part of 20 years now. Me and my best friend were coming out of school for the day when I took out a games magazine and I'd received in the mail. While we waited for our parents to pick us up, we flipped through the pages wide-eyed at previews and ads for upcoming games. Among the ads was one about a company needing some testers. My friend and I, being the excitable tykes we were, who'd convene at his house every Friday and eventually Saturday, might want to play the latest games he'd gotten. We would do that. Oh, this is pretty long. It's not that long. Though we now understand the reality of the job these days and how criminally underappreciated QA workers are, I still sometimes tell the guy he should try and get work in the field as a tester and make our dreams a reality. No one knows how to better exploit games and find their cracks in their programming like he does, and the joy he derives from it has never wavered. It feels like I should probably stop pushing for a future in games, though. And that's the problem. Somebody else tweeted that, what was it? Imagine you're in college right now going to work in the industry. You're going to be going into one of the... Aw, thanks, Justin. Hey, Destin, hope your day gets better. Always enjoy your content and analysis. Thank you so much. It's just been sort of like a weird, like some personal stuff. And then like the Suicide Squad thing, I feel like I'm taking crazy pills about. Thank you for your fist super, Justin. No, I'm okay, but I appreciate that. Thank you. You're in college, you're going for game design. You go over to LinkedIn and you see 50,000 people have applied for the QA tester job. Like, what does the future look like for people trying to break in? It's just going to be brutal. And we're going to lose a lot of talent. We're going to see more safe bets from the industry. The crazy thing is the safe bet is like, don't phone in your Call of Duty campaign. Like, Call of Duty was a mess this year. How is messing with Call of Duty a safe bet? Let's see what else we got here. Following your dreams is a risky business. It is. Don't go to school for game stuff. Go teach yourself. My encouragement would be, if you're looking to get into games media, start by building up a YouTube, because you learn a lot of the skill sets that you need, right? If you just want to be a pure writer, man, I don't even know who's out there these days. There's all these job posts going around about like, what did you do? What was your first job? You know what my first job was? A paper route. Do you remember newspapers? Yeah. Hollywood never recovered from the advent of home video and the subsequent transition to streaming services like Netflix. No, I think Hollywood's doing okay. What do you want to do? Do you want to play a video game or do you want to do a react? We're going to do a react. All right. Boom. Still got to get YouTube red. How do I do this here? All right, let's see how this goes. We'll try. What is happening? So this is from Gamer Ranks. Where's the react? Is right here. I'm reacting. 8 recent gaming trends that absolutely suck. That word suck. It's like, anyway. So this is from Gamer Ranks. It says 8 recent gaming trends that absolutely suck. Oh. I'm going to restart my recording. I like to record these because I can put them out as a VOD because, you know, we have 288 people watching right now. A lot of people like to watch the VODs, but yeah, anyway. Gamer Ranks has a video. It's called 8 Recent Gaming Trends That Absolutely Suck.
Gaming has been on the uptrend for a couple of years now. 2023 was a great year.
Oh, man. It was a great year for games. What was this released 7 days ago? Yikes. It was a great year, except for the thousands of people that lost their job.
But that doesn't mean there aren't some less than desirable patterns, let's say. Hi, folks, it's Falcon, and today on GameRanks, 8 recent gaming trends that
And he's using Suicide Squad as B-roll. Games as a service. Exactly.
absolutely suck. Starting off at number 8, it's bad game UIs, user interfaces for the lay. They've been a joke for years now. I'm pretty sure that original
Really, UI? I'm surprised UI is on this list at all.
underwater escort mission picture is 12 years old. And I know people have been making fun of bad, overly cluttered UIs from even before that, but things seemed like they were improving. And
Yeah, it looks
honestly,
good.
if you look at the overall gaming landscape, the UI is generally getting better. If you're
I agree with that.
the type of person who likes as little UI as possible, that is, I am that type of person. There were a lot of
Agree.
games in 2023 that had simple, unobtrusive UI elements that were not really distracting. But that doesn't mean there isn't a trend of bad UIs that exists alongside that. We call that a parallel trend.
Wait.
And, oh, does it exist?
Okay, this is
so
bad.
there's been a mix of positive and negative impressions about Suicide Squad from Rocksteady in
Agree.
terms of gameplay, but the UI design, on the other hand, I mean, look at this cacophony.
Yeah. Rocksteady came out during their Q&As, because I'm on their server or whatever, and I look at their Q&As, and they said, oh, you can turn all this stuff off. But the problem is, this is the default setting. Who thought this was a good idea as the default setting?
Posted by Reddit user Curl. It's literally like all those UI joke images come to life. Like, remember that game Gearbox did that was meant to be an Overwatch killer, Battleborn? Suicide Squad's UI looks a lot like that, but somehow actually more cluttered and confusing. The thing is, separately, a lot of this stuff isn't bad, but all together, it really overwhelms. There is just simply too much going on here.
It's information overload. Information overload. It's crazy.
Maybe Rocksteady will ease back and fix this crap before launch, or at least give us the option to turn some of this stuff off. I
You can turn it off.
don't know, but seriously, ugh, this is too much. And it's hardly the only recent game that's been lambasted over its UI. It's probably one of the most cluttered I've ever seen, but I mean, I guess another macro problem is tiny text. I don't think we can accuse Suicide Squad of that, but do you ever remember trying to play Dead Rising on a CRT back
I
in
love
the
Dead
day?
Rising.
It was just unreadable, and for whatever reason, it doesn't seem to have gotten a lot better. It seems like developers just assume people are playing on huge monitors, but I don't know why they're overlooking the rise of handheld PCs like the Steam Deck, which is hugely popular. You would think that they'd add in some kind of option to adjust text size as a matter of accessibility.
How many Steam Decks are out in the wild? Is it really that popular? I haven't looked.
But there's just nothing, and a lot of games are bad about this.
Destiny, I would argue that Destiny's problem isn't the UI so much. It's the fact that, like, if you're new to Destiny or you're a lapsed player like I am and you sign on, what is happening? You are just bombarded with, like, go to this, go to this, go to this, go to this, go to this. And it's just, like, too much. It's too much. You can't follow anything. Like, I have 2,000 hours in Destiny and I lapse for a few months. I sign in and I'm just totally lost. It's not going to keep working.
It should be easy. Just resize the UI to make it readable on certain displays. I know it's not trivial or anything, but it's more trivial than a lot of other accessibility settings that games have now. Why isn't there a text size slider?
Paul, yeah.
And
same.
number 7, terrible licensed games are back somehow. A trend that I just didn't think would come back.
Terrible license games like King Kong. He's going to do King Kong and Gollum.
For years, it seemed like the bad license game had finally been banished to the mobile games market. But somehow in 2023, these half-baked, overpriced piles of crap have managed to scrape their way back onto Steam,
Wait.
the eShop, and the PlayStation
What were the bad
Store.
ones?
I'm talking about garbage like Kong Skull Island, Lord of the Rings Gollum, or Walking Dead Destinies. Just total junk that publishers have the gall to sell for nearly full price. These games are not worth $20, let alone 50. It's tempting to call them lazy cash grabs, but from reading about them, you find developers were clearly overworked and underpaid. Like
It's not the dev's fault this stuff happens. It's like management or the publisher saying we need this in a year. It's insane.
miracle these games even came out, and it's publisher greed that ultimately makes these games bad, not necessarily the developers. I mean, a lot of the time they're given impossible timetables and pathetic budgets to put together a game that's selling for the same price as like Baldur's Gate 3 or Elden Ring. It's such a strange contradiction. Like 2023 was without a doubt one of the best years for gaming in a long time.
But here's the thing. Here's the reason those games exist. Because they get a lot of attention. People buy them for the memes. So that 1 year of development costs just to put the game out there and have it memed or play because of the memes, they see they can make 2 times the ROI. So why would they stop? Like, just don't buy those games. So yeah, it's definitely a bad trend. But like with anything else, if it ends up getting supported with a monetary backing, they will continue. That's why microtransactions exist. That's why physical media is like on the way out, because for the majority of people, they're not buying physical media. They buy digitally. And that's why it's gone.
But I ended up playing a ton of bad games just because of Game Mill. It's shocking that a company has been around
Game Mill
that
made
long
all of them
with their primary problem in the name. This is a company that was founded 22 years ago with that name, doing what they do. Like, these games should be sold for like $3 on phones, not as $50 premium experiences. And licensed games saw a bit of a resurgence in general over the last year. We got a great RoboCop game, a great Warhammer 40K RPG, got a couple of League of Legends spin-off games that ended up being pretty good. But those IPs like kind of work perfectly with video games. If you go back in video game history, a lot of the reason licensed
X-Men
games
Origins
were so bad
Wolverine
was twofold. Firstly,
whoa. X-Men Origins Wolverine was dope. It had bad parts, but overall that game was freaking cool. Made by Raven Software. That's like one of my favorite superhero games.
The games themselves were kind of an afterthought in marketing. Oh, we should have a game to promote Ghostbusters 2.
I'd argue that.
And the second part is that all the
NES
norms of video games were still being
when he's talking, if I'm talking, is that like too much? I could turn him down a little bit. Let me know.
Developed during the era where there was an onslaught of that type of game. A game that we might consider a clunker today might be somewhat innovative 20 years ago, so there was a little bit more margin for error and they could get away with a little bit more. That isn't to say that they weren't bad games then as well, but expectations were different. I'm still going to say, however, that nobody was asking for a Lord of the Rings game where you play as Gollum. And number 6 is developers responding to reviews on Steam. Love them or hate them.
Oh my
Steam
God.
Do serve
this was such a dumb decision. Don't do this. This is nutty to me that devs are going on Steam and responding to negative Steam reviews. Like, I was kind of surprised by this one.
Important function, and I am personally glad they exist. Yes, they can be dumping grounds of nonsense or tedious culture war battlefields, but as a way to gauge general impressions of a game, Steam reviews can be helpful. I mean, you actually have to read them because often there is strange opinionated nonsense, but in terms of indie games that tend to fly under the radar, they can be especially helpful.
Yeah.
One feature that Steam affords devs is the ability to respond to Steam reviews, and I want to make it clear that...
How do you feel about Steam reviews? So I think it's a very dumb idea to do that. But studies show that like it actually ends up helping the game in the long run. Like sway opinion. I think Bethesda was one of the first devs to like be called out for it. Like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? And I think that's more because it seemed like it was AI generated responses or like copy pasted. It was very strange.
It isn't always something that sucks. Sometimes it serves an important function, like offering technical advice or explaining game mechanics, or even telling people that they're aware of a bug and are working to fix it. For
those are fine.
Developers,
I agree.
Being able to reply to reviews is useful for engagement and allows them to acknowledge problems and offer solution. The very concept of devs responding to reviews is not the problem here. The problem is how this is being utilized, particularly by big developers and publishers like Bethesda. They've been taking some heat over attaching these massive replies to Steam reviews on
Yeah.
Starfield. They're not really
It was really
addressing
weird.
issues or trying to resolve technical problems. They're basically just arguing against game boring, crafting sucks type reviews by saying,
Yes, that's what the problem was. A user posted a review and they're like, hey, I played this a bunch. I didn't like these aspects of it. And then they're like, no, you're wrong. You need to play more. That's how it, regardless of what they said, that's what it sounded like. And it was weird. It was so freaking weird to see that. Look, if that guy didn't like the shooting mechanics or whatever, that's his thought on it. And it wasn't like a trolley post. It was somebody just saying, hey, I don't like these things about it. Here's why I didn't like it. As far as I remember anyway. It was
saying there's lots
Yeah.
of things to do in the game, and the crafting, it's actually pretty good. If we do say so ourselves.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't think
If somebody comes out and says this thing sucks and the developer says, no, you're wrong, it's actually great. It's like, bro, I paid the game for 20 hours. I don't like it. Like, like, what are you doing?
that Starfield is incredible or anything, but I'm certainly among the people that are more likely to defend it than attack it. But
Yeah.
that's batshit insane. You look demented doing that, Bethesda. Stop doing that.
Don't-
Like, all this
I
trying to
agree.
drown
Do
out
not-
criticism with
don't
walls
do
of
it.
text comes off petty and delusional. And again, I'm not necessarily saying that everybody ragging on Starfield in their reviews are right either. Like I just said, I'm among the people who are likely to defend the game, even if I will do so while also saying they need to switch to Unreal immediately and just give up on their stupid engine. It's not a terrible game. Those people, however, are entitled to their opinion. And one of the biggest developers of all time coming in to try to flop its dick out on the table in the comments.
Language.
It seems like it should be beneath them. I don't know, maybe some people like that Bethesda's willing to defend their game, but I'm weirded out when somebody flops their dick out on a table. I think it seems desperate and weird. Sorry.
Yeah. It's a little weird when one of the biggest companies in the world go into the comments to defend people who say, I don't enjoy your product. That's weird, right? Hey, I didn't like it. Here's why I didn't like it. Oh, well, we think you're wrong. Okay.
All right. At number 5, the war against mods. I don't mean like moderators, I mean modifications. The mod community is often the thing keeping a game alive well past the point where a developer gives up on it.
I played a lot of
look
these
at
mods.
Thief,
They're pretty
the Black
fun.
Parade, a fan-made mission pack for the original Thief that came out in 2023, about 25 years after the original.
One of my big projects at IGN right now is I'm trying to figure out how to mod GTA 5 and like make it the best graphical mods for free. Like I don't want to pay any money. So I'm trying to create that right now. It's almost done. The problem I run into is like the mods conflict and stuff like that. But Rockstar was guilty of like forcing a bunch of people to take down their mods, which was very strange. It was just super weird.
Original game. And it's good also. Mods are what keep games alive, but recently it feels like a lot of
Forgot
companies
about
are
these.
kind of turning on them. Probably the most recent example is Capcom, who just last year said they consider mods to be cheats, and we're trying to figure out how to block them in their games entirely. I mean, there could be an argument to be made here from
Developers need to stop controlling how people play their games. Like, it's so weird to me. Oh, we don't want you to mod Street Fighter to put a Ninja Turtle in there fighting Ken and Ryo. It's just like, why? Who cares? If anything, it helps drive sales because people are like, oh, I can mod the game. Let's go do some goofy stuff and like have Batman fight Kermit the Frog. It's just stupid fun, right? Let people have their fun. Who cares?
multiplayer games. Some mods could affect the balance of the game in a way that's unfair, but Capcom
That's
is
fine.
targeting everything, including single character model replacement mods. Like, remember all the goofy Mr. X replacement mods when Resident Evil 2 Remake
That one
came
was
out? Capcom wants those to not exist. Like, that's something that makes people like your games, Capcom. And the way that they're stopping people from modding their games, they're adding DRM to them because,
Yeah.
DRM. People love that. And they're doing it to such an extent where they're adding it to, like, old games, like
Okay, I'm stupid. Why do people hate DRM so much? I'm doing this live if you're watching the VOD, but like, why is DRM so bad? Is it just system bloat? Because my understanding is DRM is bad because of system bloat. But there's got to be more to it than that, right?
Resident Evil Revelations. Unsurprisingly,
Reduces
that backfired.
FPS?
The DRM broke the game for many people, and it was
Performance
eventually
hit?
removed
Okay.
almost as quickly as it was added on. For now, most mods in games like Street
It reduces FPS by 10 to 15 FPS, and it messes with performance. Yeah, okay, fuck DRM. Oh, dang it, I'm cursy today.
Fighter 6 are safe, but Capcom seems pretty serious about blocking mods from the games. And I hate to single out Bethesda again, because normally they're one of the better devs out there when it comes to mod support.
Yeah.
But they recently patched Skyrim in a way that didn't just break many mods for players, it also added a new paid mod store on top of that, just to add insult to injury. They may not be actively trying to stop modding, but they don't make it any easier. And again, that's what I think would be their main argument for staying on the creation engine. And they seem to be, coming up with another good reason why they shouldn't stay on the creation engine here. And number 4 is soft aim hacks that are hurting online multiplayer games.
Okay,
This
I
is
mean,
an
like,
issue I haven't really.
I don't have a lot of comments on some of these because I'm just like, yeah, these stink. Like, these aren't any good. This is hacking. If you're using aim hacks, you're hacking the game. Like, you should. If it's a first-person game, who cares? If it's a multiplayer game, you get banned. Period. That's what should happen.
Really seen widely reported on, but it's a growing issue for online multiplayer shooters that's getting worse. You're probably aware of blatant cheats like aimbots and stuff like that. The sort of thing that gets players straight up banned.
So you're going to bring up Zim? Because Zim is something you can plug into a controller and it's harder to detect.
From games, but there's another category of cheat that's a bit more of a gray area. These soft aim hacks, instead of breaking the rules of the game,
think that's
these
it.
cheats just modify the tools that are already there to work in your favor a little more. The most popular variety
Zen?
allows players with keyboards to emulate controllers, giving them the
What?
benefits of using a mouse and keyboard while also taking full advantage of the strong auto aim given to controller players. It's kind of the best of both worlds, which is great when you're using it, but sucks for everyone else. The worst thing about it is it's just taking advantage of the systems that are already in place in the game, and these sorts of tricks are pretty hard to.
Yeah, honestly, ban them. If you have to modify the default input of a game in a way to specifically give you an advantage over the other players, you get banned.
Detect. Multiplayer devs want to have the largest community available all the time, so they want people
It's
with
cheating.
keyboards and controllers to play together. Many of these problems can be solved by just making controller-based matchmaking, but that's a step too far for a lot of these game makers. One recent example of a game played with soft hack issues is The Finals, a game that has extremely powerful auto-aim for controllers. In most
You're
cases,
cheating.
devs just kind of let these issues
You
fester.
deserve
To
to get
the company's
banned.
credit, they actually did
If you use these, you're cheating. You deserve to get banned. Get out of my multiplayer games.
come in and adjust the auto aim to make it less powerful, which limits the effectiveness of soft hacks and makes the game more fun to play in general. Cheating issues with online multiplayer games suck, and it seems like they're getting worse, but at least there are a few developers who seem serious about keeping this sort of cheating out of their games. And
I'll give Bungie props for that one. Bungie, they've actually worked to punish people developing the hacks and people that utilize the hacks in an appropriate way, I think. So I think that's really good.
number 3 is terrible, no good PC ports, with PCs becoming more and more people's main source of gaming, and with more previously console-only games getting released on PC, you'd think publishers and devs would start taking ports a little more seriously, but unfortunately in the last year, that hasn't improved. In some ways, it's actually gotten worse. I don't know how that's possible, but it has. A lot of ports really came out in rough shape these last years. Not just talking about indies. I mean, like, games from huge studios like Naughty Dog. In multiple games...
It took a very long time for the newer Star Wars to be patched on PC where it functioned in a way that was acceptable, in my opinion. It took way too long for them to figure that out.
Games published by EA. Like, Last of Us Part 1 PC port was a disaster. Tons of people were complaining about the crashing, the missing textures, a lot more. Redfall also has a pretty abysmal PC port, though.
Well, Redfall just generally is crap.
In that game's case, it didn't run great on Xbox One X either. The king of bad PC ports in 2023 has to go to EA, though. Dead Space Remake, Wild Hearts, and Star Wars Jedi Survivor all got ports that should have been handled much better. They were
Okay, I didn't hear anything about maybe about Wild Hearts. I didn't hear anything about Dead Space. So I don't know where he's getting Dead Space, but I did hear that Star Wars was really rough for a long time. I think it took him like a month to get it optimized.
Were stuttery, slow, and unoptimized. Jedi Survivor was especially bad, and even more than 6 months later, there's still pretty bad glitches and issues on
Wow.
PC. I will say Dead Space Remake plays pretty well for me now. I don't know what they've really done. I know they've patched a few minor things, but it does seem significantly
I don't know why he has that in his script. I never heard anything about Dead Space.
better for me than at launch, at least. But it's kind of more the type of thing you'd expect from a no-name indie studio with no resources, not the biggest game publishers in the world. I am getting sick about complaining about this, and I'm sure you're probably sick of hearing it.
Yeah.
But it's not, like, getting better. And number 2 is even worse Switch ports. Sometimes it's easy to forget how
Red
good
Dead.
you have it. Sure, those PC games I mentioned ran worse than they should.
I
but
hear
they're
the
at least
Red Dead
recognizably
port
whatever
wasn't as
game they're
bad as I
supposed
thought it was going to be.
With some of the Switch ports from the
But
last
still.
year, I'm not sure really what to say. Like, look at the footage from Mortal Kombat.
Oh,
1 on
yeah.
Switch. It's kind of cute that they even decided
Mortal
to port
Kombat
it
was
over,
abysmal.
But holy lord, it is not worth the asking price. It looks like one of those potato mode mods that people post on YouTube as a joke, but it's a real product. It looks hideous, and the load times are apparently unacceptable as well. And
Yeah.
that's nothing compared to the Batman Arkham Knight Switch port, which is a disaster from top to bottom. There's, of course, expected stuttering and slowdown in the open world, but when you get in the Batmobile, it
That's
becomes
really rough.
unplayable. Cutscenes go out of sync, certain challenges are impossible.
When the phone, when your telephone is running a game better than the Nintendo Switch can, Nintendo, it's time to update your hardware. Come on. Get the Switch 2 out the door.
Finish. It's disgraceful all around. They're not even letting players buy the game separately. If you want,
Yeah, the
Arkham
tech is
Asylum
10
and
years
Arkham City
old.
on Switch, you got to get Arkham Knight 2. No refund. I know the Switch is getting old, so it shouldn't be a big surprise. But to see the port jobs this bad for such high-profile games sucks. Like, why is Doom and Wolfenstein possible on this platform in a manner that's good?
Doom was
but
rough.
certain other games aren't.
Oh, Doom was rough
And
at launch.
finally, at number 1 is this mass layoff and studio closure.
Oh,
problem.
all right,
Hate
yeah.
to end it on a downer, but if there's one trend for the past
He's
year
right.
that sucks more than any other one, it's this. Over 9,000 jobs were lost in the video game industry in 2023.
And we're at 6,000 in 2024 by the end of January. It's terrible.
And those are just the ones we know about that have been announced publicly that we are completely aware of. Like, it's not required that a studio report layoffs, at least not if they're not publicly traded. And you can find developers talking about it. And I know it's a trend of layoffs that's affecting the entire tech industry, but it sucks either way. I don't care if there's reasons for it. It sucks. The reason I think makes it suck worse, actually, especially when you start talking about Embracer, who bought up every dev they could to get their hands on, like a huge roster of insane crap. And then
Here's what happened with Embracer. They were betting on a big investment that fell through. So they made this massive purchase, like super big. And then the investment didn't come and they fired a bunch of people. In Microsoft's case, like, it's just a disaster also. Like, it's also not good in Microsoft's case. It makes more sense in Microsoft's case. In Embracer's case, it's just a disaster.
they couldn't, fund.
Let me be clear, though. Microsoft is it's absolutely terrible that Microsoft had to lay off 1,900 people, and it's nonsense. It is ineffective management making bad decisions.
Themselves. Like, so many great studios got embraced only to end up as another casualty of the failed Saudi deal. Like, look at Free Radical Design. They're picked
gone.
up by Embracer, started work on a new Time Splitters game, which, by the way, I can't tell you how much I want. And then they were shut down before Christmas.
Yep.
There are countless stories coming from studios picked up by Embracer that sound exactly the same as that. It's such a pointless waste of talent. We can only hope this is one gaming trend that cools off in 2024, because obviously you don't want to see people lose their jobs. Like, that sucks. It ruins your life. Like, that's 9,000 reported lives ruined, right? At least temporarily. Obviously, a lot of these people will be given.
Yeah, they say that losing your job is like a death in the family. It's really bad. It's terrible. I can't overstate how bad it is.
opportunities and land on their feet. And I really hope a lot of the Embracer stuff ends with a lot of these studios reopening under somebody else because somebody buys the name or something.
That'd be great.
This just sucks so much. I feel so bad for so many people. And that's it for today. Sorry. Like I said, ending it on a bit of a downer, but
I gotta be honest, I've never heard of this person, but I like this video. It's really well done.
That is all. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. If you like this video, click like. If you're tired of this crap, we want to hear about it in the comments too. If you're not subscribed, now's a great time to do so.
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows Gameranx, right? But go hit them up. Yeah, normally I do my outro here. I'm recording these live sometimes, so I'm not going to do that anymore. But go subscribe to Paul Tassi. Type in PaulTassi. He's like 4,000 subs away from 100K, and I really like Paul. So go subscribe to Paul Tassi. You can subscribe to me too if you want, or hit that like button. But Paul Tassi is where it is at, and I'll see you for the next one. I'm still live streaming, by the way. I was just coming up with a VOD there real quick. Yeah. All right. You guys want to play some games? You want to watch me play games, which the internet says I don't know how to play? Ooh. You know what I want to play today? Yeah, thank you, Clay. YouTube.com/@PaulTassi. Go subscribe to Paul Tassi. Paul's wonderful. Okay, do you want video games or do you want to do another reacts? We can do either. I'm fine with either. No. Check this out. Here's what I'm playing right now. I'm going to be playing Suicide Squad, right? I just had like a mini panic attack. I'm like, is there anything embargoed on here? Oh, crap. Yeah, let's play Suicide Squad. Coming February 2nd. I should have early access. How much you want to bet? Yeah, let's play some Suicide Squad, y'all. I got it pre-ordered. It's in my library. Dragon's Dogma. I started this one. I never played it before. And Enshrouded. I think I'm going to play Enshrouded because I have a whole review written for Enshrouded. And I think that's the one I want to play. But if Chad, if you want to see me play something in particular, I could always load up a different Dragon's Dogma save, I guess, because I'm trying to capture it because I'm excited for Dragon's Dogma 2. And then, yeah. So I think you guys are going to get hit with an ad here in just a second. So let me know what you want me to play. And then the other video I already did that one. Well, this one's like a podcast. I didn't realize that, so I got to take it off. There's like the declining value of Call of Duty games, but that's like a 22-minute video. The GTA scandal that nobody remembered. I wanted to do that one because I don't remember it. Not Pal World. I forgot about Pal World. I kind of want to play that one now, RH. RH mentioned Pal World. I wasn't going to do that one. Do another react. Send me something you want me to react to. I don't really know what's going on right now. Yeah. Bellular just released something 8 minutes ago. Game studios are being killed and stripped for parts. Yeah. He's right.
Last time we left off.
Whoop. All right, let me look for a few reactions. Give a second. I'm loving Pal World. I like Pal World a lot also. All right, what do we got here? All right, let me see what we got here. Sorry, I'm looking for reacts stuff. We're going to do Enshrouded, I think. Or we could talk about Suicide Squad for a little bit. I'm very excited about Suicide Squad. all the drama aside, like I think I do a thing called compartmentalization. There's all the drama that's happening with Suicide Squad and like the preview that I had, not had to do, but like I had the opportunity to do, right? And like the drama that came of that, and how they said they're not going to be sending IGN codes, period. Like, not, we're waiting to launch to send you codes. No, it was, we're not sending you codes, which is different. And I don't think people understand the distinction. So there's all that drama. And then there's just like, I'm still excited to play it. It's still a superhero game, sort of, right? It's about the Justice League and the Suicide Squad killing them, apparently. But I am curious about the journey that we're going to be taken on. So Enshrouded, though, is a game that I've been playing. I played it for 40 freaking hours. 40 hours. Oh, let me do this one. Okay, there we go. So I played Enshrouded for 40 hours. What's a professional response? I gotta switch my audio again. Boop. All right, so this is my level 17 character. I've been playing a ton. I wrote a whole review. You know what? I'm going to turn off my session password. So if you're playing Enshrouded and want to like go do stuff. Wait, what did I set it to? Was it 16? Come play with me. So what you're saying is Fireteam Chat isn't coming back for Suicide Squad? Probably not. So this is my house. I just want to... Oh, man, I gotta go organize my house again. Don't... I have all this stuff that I don't really need right now. And I just throw it in these chests because I don't want to deal with it. And where's the shroud cord? Is it in this one? There they go. Then I got... The wood logs look like turds. So whenever I'm looking for them in my head, I'm going, where are the turds? Because they look like little turds. I don't know. Sorry. I have 2 kids, so poop is a thing when you're a dad. I don't really need this stuff. That's probably fine. Another repetitive survival game. I don't think you played it. I don't find it repetitive at all. And they have this tech. That's good enough for my gear, whatever. Got my wand too. So check this out. This is what I did. I built Castle Grayskull. I don't know what happened with me in this game, but this is my home base. I rebuilt the Castle Grayskull, and I have been waiting to show people this for a long time. Reviews are a pain in the butt. Like, they take a lot of time, and I don't have a lot of time. Like, that's why half my content is just like quick to produce stuff, because that's what I have time to do on this channel, right? But for this one, I went real hard on this. Don't you dare touch my base, or I will shut this server down so fast. And then down here, oh, shh, it's a secret. It's a secret. Okay, so over here, let's close my door. Boop. Oh, hey! How's it going? Whoa, this guy's a mage. He knows what's up. Check this out. So I built a secret tunnel. Whoops. It's a little glitchy. Yeah, Enshrouded is in early access. So down here is actually where I sleep. Boop. I started building an underground cavern. And I'm going to build a whole infrastructure down here. And just in case some guy like this person shows up, this is my escape route. And then we can flank them. Then we go back around. I don't know. I had a lot. I know I'm an idiot. And if I need to get to the roof, I can go up here. I got my level 2 glider. Double jumps going on. Boop. So yeah, no one give away my secret. Oh, do you have the level 3? I don't know who's in here with me right now. But does he have the level 3 glider? If you're in chat, let me know. Can you glide again? I want to see it. Ouch. Yeah, I think he has the level 3. Hey, Emperor, can you show me the glider again? Can you go like up? Can you like go like this with it is what I'm curious. Yeah. It looks like you can. What? You're... How many hours did you play this? Yeah, so he has like the best glider in the game. All right, well, let's go do a mission. What journals do I got here? All right, let's do this one. It is over here. Well, we'll go here first. Can I fast travel anywhere even near it? Go to the ancient spire nearby, and I'll go do the mission. Why not? Let's do it. I think this game is great. You're gonna buy it? If you ruin my Castle Grayskull, I'm gonna be absolutely devastated. Sofa King. I specifically call you God Emperor, and you know why. Yeah, so you can go to these lookout points, and then like 2 of the upgrades I recommend getting right away are double jump, huge W there, and then the boost, like upwards boost. Burp. All right, so we are gonna go to that waypoint. Let me go see. Maybe I should have went to this one because I think it's actually up on the cliff that I'm supposed to go. Let me see here. Nope. Well, let's go kill the root. We'll go kill that root. There's these roots. The Enshrouded mechanic is... I saw one reviewer describe it like being underwater. But yeah. I haven't done any co-op, so this is actually my first time playing co-op with anybody, and... like, I don't really know Emperor, but this is cool. Oh! That was almost real bad. Alright, well, I got a minute now. Oh, the shroud root's down there, I think. Alright. So you can touch these and they'll... I think my big complaint... That reminds me, I need to remap one of my settings here. I need to remap... I haven't been using roll, and I need to remap my controller settings. Sprint, sneak, sit. It's because I hate using the control button, and I think it's mapped to control by default. No, did they change it? What's roll? Sprint, sneak, sit. Respawn, cancel. Am I dying right now? I think I'm dying, yo. Let's see. No, it's not control. Wait, did he die? What is this? What is happening? Oh my goodness! I haven't seen that ability. That's freaking cool. So for me, I use a lot of combat. You can use the magic too. Magic is like super OP in this game. They're definitely gonna patch magic out. Or reduce the power. Clay, are you being serious or are you being trolly? Is there actually a game in 2024 you think I should look out for? Alright, let's get this and then we're gonna go downstairs. That one bug really wants it. Ouch. How'd you get down there? Alright, I just want to go get the Shroud Root in here. Shroud Roots are like what cause? Yeah, there it is right there. That was hard to find. Oh, there's a big boss here. Get out. So I have some abilities here. I have like this dash. And I meant to use it to get out. Ouch. $46 seems low. I'm doing okay enough. See, the thing with the wand is, ouch. Yeah, we got him. Whoa, don't go over there. There we go, and then we just chop this guy down. Whoop, we did it. Are you going to play Helldivers 2? That is on my list to check out for sure. Ooh, I got a new bow. What level is it? 18? Yeah, I'll keep my level 30, thanks. All right, so I was actually going up here, though. So I got to figure out how to get to it. Wait, is there any loot in there that I missed? I didn't see any loot. Yeah, this is Enshrouded. I think it's a fun game. Ouch, ouch. This guy's quick. You got the grapple. Yeah, this is an early access right now. It's not an MMO. It's more like a survival game that encourages... All right, after you. You go first. It sort of encourages you to explore and such. Oops. All right, let's keep going towards the objective. So we took out the Shroud Root, and it kind of gives us a little bit of breathing room, so to speak. But we are doing a different mission at the moment. And we're going to get stuff. It's not really an MMO game. You can play with your friends. Oh. Smile running before with me here is just like annihilating everything. All right. See, here's the problem. I have no idea how to get to the destination. It looks like there might be a way up over here. This game is Greedfall 2 from Spiders. It's won a few times. It's a sequel to one of their games. Oh, Greedfall 2. I actually have seen that one, but I wasn't really sure about level of interest on Greedfall 2. Yeah, so this is actually my first time playing. All right, you want some? What you got? Did. It's fun. Combat seems like they patched it. It seems a little bit better, if I'm being totally honest. Oh, I was following the path because I bet the path will take us to the exit. Here it is. Microsoft should remake Fable 2 and 3 with Unreal. I mean, they're working on the new Fable game. I want that glider so freaking bad. God King, if you're able to tell me how to get that one, like what do I need to focus on to get it leveled up? Keep an eye on chat. He's typing. Do I still play Forza? I haven't played much Forza. Really enjoyed my time with it, though. I went really hard on Forza. See, I don't really know how to get out of here. Let's just follow this path. Let's just see where we're going. This seems like it has potential. It's a cave passage, so yeah, this is probably how we get up top. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep following this cave and see where it goes. It looks like we can get out of the shroud up here. No? I'm still lost. Shroud sack, alright. So I'm actually trying to go down here. Wait, we totally passed it. Ah! Oh, I need a resource that guy has anyway. I need the poison sack to build the armor that I wanted. Or not poison sack. These big things, I'm just going to take it really quick. Ugh! So it says we passed it. But we need to get up this. Okay, we're going to go north. We're going to go northwest, it looks like. That's southwest. Maybe he knows where he's going. There's a camp here. Wait. Yeah, it looks like he got... Alright. See, we have to go up there. That's the annoying thing. Oh, that looks like a path up, right? Uh-oh. I will probably die to one of these solos, so that's not good. Get out. Oh, they're actually not that strong. I thought they were a little stronger. Whew. There's like a hunger mechanic, but it doesn't really seem to impact much. Oh, looks like we got some other players on the map. Yeah, so we got to go up. We got to get up here somehow. Can't see anything. Well, that's certainly not the direction. Oh. Yeah, all right. There's something in the cave passage. This is Enshrouded. A few people have been playing it, but it was overshadowed. Get it? It was overshadowed a bit by Hal World, which I think is unfortunate because I think it's a really good game. It's over here. Okay. There's a question mark here for cave passage, which means there's something in here of note. Oh, it's up above. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know where to go. Oops. Well, let's just... Ow! I'm just gonna go this way. Because there was a thing. Come on. Alright, we'll go there. I'm going to die if I don't get out of the shroud pretty soon. I have no idea where to go. This game will be on PC and consoles eventually. But right now, it is just PC, as far as I know. This is the early access version. Okay, well, we can't touch any of that red stuff. All that red stuff is death. Like instant death if I touch it. It looks like there might be a path out of the shroud here somewhere. Oh, I'm aware I'm enshrouded. Whoa, no, no. I don't have enough. Yeah, I'm dead. I don't have enough magic to like do the thing. Rip. Where do I respawn? Oh my god. See, this is one thing that sucks. Like, if you're exploring, you get sent so freaking far back. No, I'll come back for it later. I can just go up north. And then go back to it. Basically, all that happens in death is you drop stuff. Final Fantasy VII is a day one for you. Final Fantasy VII, I think, will do well. I don't know why. It just feels like it. Feels like it might have the right stuff for it, going for it. Can't put my finger on what it is. If I didn't have that ready to go, I would have been a little upset. I feel like I'm not doing this game justice right now with this gameplay. I think this game is very, very good. And I hope more people give it a chance. How much you want to bet they're just like ruining my home base right now? Or looting it? Please be nice. I am trusting you in my home, my fake home. Oh, I probably should have waited a bit. I'm dead. I wasn't paying attention. I ran out of stamina. We can come back here. I want to go see what these troublemakers are up to. So I like this game a lot. It's fun. Even though... Wait. Where'd I go? Did somebody just buy the game and start playing or something? Okay, I meant to go here. Alright, my house is still here. Nobody ruined everything. Yeah, see, like, I didn't even lose anything. Alright, well, I don't know what Maddie's doing. Looks like he's just chilling. We're trying to go here. I have to start here. Oh, Phase, we're fast traveling if you're just joining. How long do you think it'll take Sony and Xbox to beef their mobile divisions? I don't know, 5 years. I do not think it's going to take very long. The AI isn't, like, terribly smart in this game. In my... Oh, God. There's, like, no way I survived. This is, like, 5 of them. Ow. Let's see if I can cheese it. The archers really mess you up more than anything. I think I got him. Yeah, like I said, magic is OP. Basically, you just have infinite ammo, as long as you, and then you just repair your wand when you go back to base. It's like, now that it's 1-on-1, I can just nuke this guy. Oops. Oh, don't want that right now. He keeps blocking. I'll be able to show you the stun. So I have this silly move. It's one of the earlier moves you get, but honestly, it kind of stinks. Or no, I just want to pick up my loot. Hi, is this a good thing? Microsoft's lays off 1900. No. Definitely not a good thing. I need my torch. I can't see anything. So I need to go up there. Close. Dang it. So, one of the things, like you see how I'm having trouble getting up there, I can just take this out. And I'm like, okay. I'll just straight up make my own path. And this is like kind of cute, I think. I think it's kind of cool that you can do that. It's like, oh, I can't get up the hill. I'll just take down part of the hill. All right, so where am I going? So if I go this way, but I stay... I just don't know how to get to this point. It's definitely a tricky puzzle. I think a lot of us do hope that more small studios end up popping up, but the reality is only so many of those will survive. Like, it's definitely... It's a little bit of Darwinism right now. What is that? Just a dodo. And it's a huge bummer. What's this? What's this? Hello. I see treasure, I think. What we got here? How do I get up there? A lot of people were saying they were having performance issues with this one. I never had a crash or nothing. I never had issues with this one. Okay, so where was I going? So I'm going south of here. I'm going over there somewhere. Let's go. Over here. And the biomes are really great too, because like you can see in the, oh, this is problematic. Alright. That's how it's gonna be. These guys respond better to like arrows and stuff. Keep blocking. Oh, did I just nuke them? All right, I'll take it. Power basically did everything. Took just a bit over 70 hours. Beat all the bosses. Wow. I had a lot of fun with Pal World so far. I plan to play more Pal World. I don't think I'm going to finish Enshrouded. I think I've kind of like played enough Enshrouded that I like it a lot. And like 40 hours. I think I've put in my time, so to speak. And I think the game's really great. Oh, these guys look sick. I'm gonna die. I can't see anything. This is why you don't go adventuring at night, y'all. Just good advice, generally speaking. Wait, is this where I'm going? Can I go up there? Usually there's like a hook or... Yeah, there we go. Nope, go up there, please. Here's a chest. Oh, man. You need like metal shards to make lockpicks. I need 2 metal scraps. Alright, well. I got to my destination. This is where I was actually going. Oh, great. There's nothing here, and then they send you to another location. But we got some goodies here. Gotta be totally honest, I don't read the lore. Ooh, got the night boots, though. Let's go. I'm stuck in Enshrouded with the basic forge crafting because the mechanics are convoluted. It gets way, way better. So it's sending me, yeah, to here. Send me the next one. I wish I could just... Can I sleep? Yeah. So if you sleep, it should fast forward time faster. Yeah, there we go. Alright. What time is it? Oh, it's 1:30. It's almost time to end the stream. It's family time. Yeah, so we got to go to the next point, which is right about where I died last time because I was down there. And I was trying to get up here. How many altars do I have active? 6 to 7. All right, I got an extra altar too. I always keep an altar on me because you can fast travel around. Colt, I have 40 hours in this game. I like went really, really hard on Enshrouded. Once you start playing it, you kind of get hooked, and you can kind of do whatever you want with it. I think the whole building the world and everything, the way that you want is really cool. And it's not like Ark. It's not super hardcore in terms of the survival mechanics or anything like that. Yeah, so my dead corpse, it's down there. We'll just get that later. Let's try this thing. Seems stronger, right? So 85, 53. 54. Ooh, one more dips. What else do I got for weapons? 75. Well, that one's getting better. Yeah, the combat's a little just like click, 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 click. You know, it's not really... It doesn't have a ton of life to it, for lack of a better term. Yeah, they kind of wait their turn to hit you in the face, which I appreciate. Nope. Just wanted to switch weapons real quick. Whoa. So this looks like a bit of a boss area here. Oh boy, this is bad. Oh! Alright, so I want this one. They all kind of do the same attacks also, which gets a little tiresome. Oh. Usually there's something in here that'll, like, attack me. Nope. It's just their house. The thing we're looking for is somewhere in here. Like in this village. Got it. Then it's like, I bet that's not where it is. Alright, well, let's get the one on the top of the mountain. It says it's up there. I think it's like way up there, though. My kids are having fun. I gotta stop playing after this quest, I think. I think we'll wrap this quest. Nope. Yeah, that's right. I can just nope right out of there. I'm getting close. All right. There's no, like, trick to jump up there, though. There it is. Oh! Is it armor? Is it like an armor quest? Ooh, limestone. Let's go. I can just fly over that one. Oh, I used my wing gust. That was a mistake. This is coming to consoles, just not sure when. Yeah, it is, eventually. I think it's a pretty fun game. Indie game. I was very surprised by it. It was in Steam Next Fest, and it kind of blew up. So I'd been paying attention to it, and then it turned out Miranda at IGN was also paying attention to it, so we had this whole guide initiative, which was awesome. And yeah, it was just sort of like a happy accident. Not accident, that's not the right way to put it. Get out. I actually don't have any heals. Oh, there's a boss here. So, whoop. Alright, so he's done, and now I have this big boss. Where'd the boss go? And you can kind of cheese a lot of these, right? So I'm just going to cheese it. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Because why not? And I think that's the one negative to this game is that it's a little... You can be super cheap like I am. And if I can be super cheap, I'm absolutely going to be super cheap. See, I'm hitting the... Yeah, okay. Where's this guy going? Like, I can't even fight him. Yeah, see. So now I can just literally stand here and spam. I don't think he can hit me. Yeah, he can't hit me. There's the boss fight. And this is the main problem with the whole game, right? You can do this in most difficult combat scenarios, and I am absolutely going to be cheap. I'm sure he has a mechanic, like, I bet I'm supposed to shoot his poison or something. No. Who cares? We'll just kill him the easy way. We did it. We're victorious. Wow, I'm the best player in the world. So it said my destination is here somewhere. Am I just supposed to take it from this guy? Oh, yeah? Okay. It was a farmer quest. Can be found. It should be placed at the base. And then the other one I had was this one. Ah! Someone's shooting at me. Run away! So I can just nope out of here now. I kind of want to go get this, though. Yeah, I'll go get my loot. You know what? I didn't really have anything on me. So there's not a lot of reason for me to go back and get anything. I might just leave. I'm just going to leave. Guys coming. No. All right, well, that works. I got very lucky. All right, so we're going to go back to the base. And I think I'll call it today. So that's Enshrouded. I really enjoy Enshrouded. I hope more people give it a chance. I like it a lot. It's early access. It's very cheap right now. I think it's like 25% off. And she's going to tell me, put that thing next to me.
Here we go.
Almanac returned. Let's get planning. So she wants me to make an oven. She needs the almanac,
I have faith.
which is this thing. And then you just basically put it, boop, there. See, and now she has new recipes unlocked. I need fire brick, lump of clay, metal sheets. Where? Bro. Someone took all my resources. They literally took all my resources. Wow. And that's why you you never stream open servers, because you can't trust anybody. That's, well, that sucks. The castle is fine. That's why you don't invite people. Can they just take the resources? Really? Let me see here. So if I leave, does the server shut down? How did they know about the secret room? Oh, the whole game crashed. I wonder if I can get it back. Like, if I'm just screwed, that's like everything I collected during the game. So, that's why you don't play with other people. Host. So I'm going to edit. They should fix. I feel like they should fix that. Destin is going to make a vault now. Let's see here. So first thing I'm going to do is extinguish this altar. And then...
Welcome.
This is like somebody else's thing. I can't believe they could just do that. So they emptied it, they took it, and now I just lose all those resources. Oh well. Yeah, they're gone. Those 3 are gone, the magic chests. Alright. Well, that sucks for me.
I'm listening.
Padded armor. You know what the moral of the story is? Don't trust anybody, ever. So, like, can I just... No, it's whatever, man. I mean, they literally just destroy my game by doing that, though. You know that, right? MASH. So I don't think people understand what happened. Like, imagine you had every weapon in Destiny. Somebody just took all of it. Like, they just deleted my whole stash, basically. Yeah, it's all gone. Oh, they left my meat. They can just do that? That's so messed. Yeah, it's all gone, all of it. Why am I wearing a blazer? I actually didn't turn on the air, so I'm like super hot. There's no way they can just take it, right? I thought there was no way devs would be like, yeah, you can have your server open, and a lot of, like, by default it's open. They literally just it's kind of funny, actually. But yeah, at least they didn't mess with my Castle Grayskull. All right, well, I was about to end the stream anyway. Seems like good a place as any. I'll try and figure out if there's like anything you can do, or if you're just out of luck completely. Oh, I was just running around trying to like figure out. All gone. Kind of makes you not want to play again. Yeah, I mean, congrats. You just made it so I'll never play Enshrouded again. That's all that's going to happen, really. That could have just been that wasn't necessarily somebody who was watching either. It was more likely. It's okay. You streamed it though, right? And have the content. What? I mean, it would be nice to have all that stuff back that I spent 40 hours collecting. I'm trying to think, what do I really need? Red brick? I mean, I just got to build it up again, right? Yeah, I do think it's a little weird that like they could just do that. Anyway, I got to go anyway. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll figure this stuff out. Not a big deal. Thanks for watching, everybody. I do appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell to know when my content goes live. Appreciate you talking about it all today. And I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go spend some time with the fam. I'll see you all for the next one. Bye for now, everybody.